Well, hey, ACF family, I'm hoping that you've enjoyed this series called Masterclass as we walk through the book of James together. And the topic this week, as we have our Devo here today, is talking about what it means to have a faith that works. What it means to have a faith that works. Does your faith work here today? Does my faith work? That's a good question to start off with. And we're in Romans chapter 2, verse 12. Here it is. For all who have sinned without the law will also perish without the law. And all who have sinned under the law will be judged by the law. But it is not the hearers of the law who are righteous before God, but the doers of the law who will be justified. So there's a tendency in all of our lives, as we spend some time in the church and as we learn more theology and gain more understanding of the character of God, to begin to take a certain confidence in what we know. Now, knowledge of God is a great thing. Understanding theology is a great thing. And we want to grow in that as people because it does help us to love God and stay faithful to Him. But in the end, once again, what does it mean to have a faith that works, a faith that actually means something? And what he's saying in this text is that there are those who understand the law, and although they understand it, they don't live it, and they will be judged. There are also those that don't understand the law. They don't really know what God is wanting from them, and they too live unfaithfully to God, and they too will find themselves in condemnation. But then he talks about a third group of people, those who hear the law and actually do what God says. They actually live out the things that God asks them to do. And these people, he says, will be justified. Now, justification in a biblical way is this word that means like just as if I've never sinned. That's what it means to be justified, just as if I have never sinned. And so when we enter into a relationship with Jesus, God looks at us through the lens of Christ's crucifixion and resurrection and his power over sin and death, and he sees someone, and it's just as if we've never sinned. Our sins don't actually follow us around through life, which is really, really good news. But in the end, this text is challenging us, and it's saying, hey, you might be gaining knowledge and information and understanding, but have you actually been transformed by the gospel in a way that is reflected in your life? You can know the law. You can be somebody who's very churched. You can not know the law, be somebody who's very unchurched. And either way, find yourself condemned before God. This is the danger for us as we call ourselves Christians, maybe do Christian-y things, but don't actually live a lifestyle that changes. Here's a small example as I close. I have 3 kids, and my kids are often examples of what it means to follow Jesus and the things that I learn from them. But let's just say I told one of my kids, hey, I want you to clean your bedroom. And then maybe an hour later, I walk in and there they are and they're playing with Legos and the bedroom's just a disaster. And I say, hey, what happened? Like, why didn't you do what I asked you to do? And they say, well, first I thought about what it meant that you said clean your bedroom. And then I wrote it down a little bit and I dug into the Greek and the Hebrew, and I realized you were speaking English, so that didn't really help out. But I really wanted to get into the language of what it meant to say clean your bedroom. And then once I got into the language, I sat down for a minute and I thought, man, how much must he want me to clean my bedroom? Oh man, he must really love me because he wants to give me instruction and teach me how to live different. So I thought for a while about what it meant to clean my bedroom. And then I prayed for a little bit. God, help me to clean my bedroom. Would you just give me the strength to clean my bedroom? But I never cleaned my bedroom. This is a lot of what it's like for a lot of Christians, is that we learn the language, we go to church, we learn the things, we learn what it means to follow Jesus, yet we never actually do it. So why don't you go and let's both be challenged to this, you and me, to actually live with a faith that works. Let's let our faith be worked out in the way that we love others, in the way that we love God here today.